Well, speaking of rain in the forecast, we still have some out there tonight. Let's check in with meteorologist Danielle Moss.
Well, Jonathan, that is definitely very sad for everyone who's trying to attend Emory's graduation, but you have to make a pivot. We're talking about these spotty showers all across the area for your Monday. Here's a look at our satellite and radar currently. It is definitely just, we call it a soupy mess because you're dealing with that cloud cover, heavy rainfall at times, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder. And in fact, over the last 2 hours, it has really started to get really heavy south of Atlanta, and now it's making its way towards the metro area. Even just at the beginning of the newscast, we were just dealing with a few heavy downpours, but now all of metro Atlanta dealing with that heavy rainfall, and it's going to be continuing for at least the next few hours. In fact, in the last 24 hours, we have collected at least half of an inch or more, less than 2 inches though, but still, that's a lot of rainfall in just 24 hours. Here is a live look at the airport this evening. There are some delays. It says 44 minutes, but we did receive word that these are going to be continuing until 11 p.m. tonight. So you definitely want to check your flight provider if you're headed to Hartsfield-Jackson and within the next few hours. Currently, it's 64 and it feels like 64. That rainfall is not the only thing that's causing those delays because the ceilings are so low that makes it hard for them to see and to take off. And in fact, when we talk about visibility, we have less than 2 miles of visibility right now in metro Atlanta because that rainfall is so heavy. And as we go forward throughout the next few hours, unfortunately, we could be seeing some patchy fog in places. And then around 5 a.m., we could be seeing some dense fog develop. So another warning, make sure you allow extra time as you head outside tomorrow morning and get on the road as you continue to take the kids to school and going to work. Here is a look at your high temperatures for tomorrow. 75 degrees here in Atlanta. It really all depends on this rainfall and if we see any peaks of sunshine. In fact, as we time out, what can you expect over the next few hours? By 5 a.m., the rainfall will start to get a little bit lighter. It will be becoming more isolated in nature, but the cloud cover will be staying thick, rain chances staying in the forecast even through lunchtime. And as you can see, some of these downpours could be a little bit heavy and maybe a few rumbles of thunder. We're not under a severe weather risk here in metro Atlanta or in North Georgia, but I wouldn't be surprised if some of these storms could be on the stronger side because those temperatures will be into the low 70s. Here's a look at that severe weather threat. The entire state of Georgia really under a level 1 for some of those stronger thunderstorms. And as we take a look at our rain chances throughout the next few days, it gets a little bit less as we head into midweek, but just make sure that you are prepared throughout the next few days to have that rain gear handy just in case you run into some of these isolated showers. As you take a look at our futurecast, our long-range futurecast, this rainfall is just going to be continuing, providing a very wet week ahead. We will dry out though by your Thursday and Friday and maybe see some light rain showers as we head into your Saturday. How much rainfall are we expecting? We've already collected almost an inch of rain here in metro Atlanta, and in the next 7 days we could be collecting another 2. So just make sure you are prepared in case you live in a flood-prone area. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast for you. Rain chances staying into our forecast until at least Wednesday. Then we dry out and warm up. Those highs will be back into the upper 80s, and then unfortunately as we get into the weekend we'll be tracking more rain and some slightly cooler temperatures.